nature for our body or for general revelation, so to be shared. So in this prejuncture, we're going to start with the Sister Prema to see what the Lord gave to her. So go ahead, Sister.
Hi, everyone. Well, I don't have a lot to say, but I just know there is a lot happening. I just want to follow up on what Tim was saying. Just recently, Sun is aware that I've had contact with other people who have been sort of teaching, and I can clearly see that what has been given to y'all over the last decade, and the teachings and the writings is not available there. This is food that's not out there. It's almost as if the Lord already deposited what is going to be available, really as fresh manna for those coming, making the leap where they are right now, as the Lord is encouraging a lot of people. So I really want to encourage all of you just to know that this is definitely the Lord. It's definitely Lord. And I think I told everybody before that I've had this, I wouldn't even say a vision, but I saw the table of the Lord, and I saw it in a family context of the table being, going forever and ever. And the Lord told me to look at my portion that was on the table and the people sitting around me. But I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anything in my portion, but I knew that it was something specific. And so my understanding of where we are right now is that he's just it's from the family perspective that there is fresh bread that is on the table. And I also sent Suna a vision that a friend of mine had in South Africa, where she saw the selection process happening of basically the remnant and everyone else being dismissed, and then what was left on the table was the bread and the wine and the fruit. And so I do think that this that God has been building from the time, the journey was from physical, from place to place. The direction was clear, the word was being deposited, and it was, he was adding to it, and basically working it out in your life. And one thing I know about the Lord and how he's dealing with us as a people is that this is not about knowledge, head knowledge.
Yes.
This is about experientially living it out.
Yes.
And what more than anything else will be the life to the people, will be what y'all have experienced.
Yes.
Because y'all have already lived this out.
Yes.
And bearing the fruit. I mean, when you hear Isaiah pray the way he's praying, and Esther praying, and you see, how Noah is flowing, you see y'all have lived this out already to the next generation. The seed is beginning to produce fruit. And so it's a very real living truth that y'all are going to share. And I think it's a good thing to package it in, because you think about how you eat in the natural. You eat bite-sized portions. That's the only way you can digest them. Like, you can't eat a whole meal. And in fact, when you first start eating, you eat very small portions. So I do think it's a good thing to kind of package in that way. But I am completely confident that there's nothing out there that that has been given to you all, especially regarding the culture, the application of how we live sort of in the kingdom with each other, and how we I think that's a very very important part. And every time I have prayed for Whitson or Forson, I've always seen that. I've always seen that the mandate given is regarding the administration, the precept upon precept, line upon line, living out the kingdom culture. It takes a very specific way of understanding that. And so, I've had interaction just supernaturally from the Lord with a whole lot of people, some of them I've had interaction with years ago that suddenly contacted me, but also people that were completely brand new that have been hiding. Some of them have been part of the mainstream.
Yeah.
But everybody, God is bringing to this place of understanding that the church age is going to be absorbed, for want of a better word, into the kingdom age, and we are going to be sort of living in the where the kingdom of heaven is going to be manifest on the earth in this way, of us living in the age to come already here while we're on the earth. That's how people are seeing it or understanding it, but they have no frame of reference for it. And you guys have had that frame of reference, and I have been so blessed to have been included in this and to be part of this journey with all of you. I thank God for that every day, because it has helped me grow in leaps and bounds with all of you, and to also see the fruit of what God has done. And this morning I have a friend who's actually not far from you. Hopefully when the borders open, I'll bring her to meet y'all. And she woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning. Actually, she looked at the time, it was 3:54, and I just laughed because I thought she's just like you guys, with the time. She looked at the digital clock because she woke up with the smell of bread in the house, like fresh bread. And she went to look to see if anybody else was up in the house, or somebody was baking in the kitchen, and there wasn't anybody. And so she looked at the time, and she said, "There's something significant about time. I don't know what that is, but she knows this was something about the Lord talking about fresh bread."
What the time it is? Is it 3:33?
3:54.
3:54. Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
3:54. Yeah. So anyway, I that's what I want to share about what Tim said. For me, this morning I woke up with the ladder, the staircase.
Seriously?
That Jacob saw.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and basically, this is what the Lord told me.
Oh, that's right. That's the house of the bread. Yes. Oh wow.
Yes. So he told me this about the ladder. He said you can go up and down it. It connects 2 places.
Oh wow.
It involves you going step by step. It requires you to be brave.
Yes.
It's a daily walk between heaven and earth to receive the fresh manna. So he reminded me that when I was in New York City, the one visit, I don't know if you've been to New York, but the city, like it's a city that never sleeps. But like around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, everything kind of shuts down, and all the you get these like steel things that cover the windows everywhere. But if you're in a hotel or in a building around 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the morning, you will get the smell of fresh bread coming up. And if you go down to the bakeries, you can actually buy the fresh rolls coming off the ovens before the bakery actually opens.
Oh wow!
Because you can just knock on the window and they'll give you a fresh bag of rolls, and that's the thing that I got. And I had this picture of David, because David in the Psalms talked about that all the time. That he meditates, on his bed at night, and at midnight he wakes up and he, which is the start of the new day, and he hears God, and God gives him these songs in the night. And so I do think that what is moving us to is getting to a place where we do not live on stale bread. We do not live on stuff that has already, like portions that have already, been sitting in the bread bin, for want of a better word, or on the table for a long time. I think it's this deep desire in his heart to talk to us every day, and for us to be receiving of the fresh manna from above. And he's provided the ladder to go and receive it. That's what I saw. I saw it like that, as a way. But he told me, it's something that it requires you to be brave. It requires courage.
Yeah.
You gotta look up to where you're going. You can't look down, to where you left, because then you have a challenge, with the climbing. But it definitely, there is a definite connection happening between where we are and there. And one of the last things I'm going to say, and then I'm going to stop, is I just briefly looked at that chapter, and I haven't looked at it in detail, and I will go and look at it again. But Jacob left Beersheba and went to Haran. when just before this lad appeared to him. And Beersheba is the place of the wells.
Mm.
And Haran is actually the place of the fire. Because the meaning of the word Haran in Hebrew is fire. So the transition between the two baptisms, and then once you're at you're going to the place of fire, is when you have the ladder experience, right? So it's a very real experience, I think, that we are we are living out in our lives. And some of this might seem like mixed up, but it's really so exciting for me.
Yeah.
I am so excited
No,
by it
I don't
because
think
it's such
so.
real truth for me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
God bless all of you.
Bless the Lord. Well, I hope you can, really